Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Silverblade, and in my last video I called election shenanigans in the state of Wisconsin, which is my home state, mind you, so I'm a little perturbed at this point in time. However, there's quote-unquote an explanation. And the supposed explanation is that 169,000 absentee ballots were dropped off and run through the machine just recently. That's why there was a big change in the election process. What I have to ask myself, or not really ask myself, it's more like what I would like to ask Wisconsin election officials who know that this particular election was going to be looked at through a magnifying glass, and having a last-minute vote change in the middle of the night is probably not such a smart idea. Why did you wait till the middle of the night to run a huge batch of votes that you knew could swing the election in a particular direction heavily? The timing on that seems very odd. You know, these were absentee ballots. It's not like they just came in. You know, they were sitting in a box somewhere and they decided to run them at the very end of the process? That seems strange to me. Just saying. If I knew that there was a large batch of votes that would tend to have a partisan lean, I might want to do that towards the beginning of running the votes through. Not wait till the wee hours of the morning? That's... maybe I'm strange for thinking that. I don't know. However, things aren't over. So while there's quote-unquote an explanation for the all of a sudden 169,000 votes that have swung this election currently in Joe Biden's favor by a little over 7,000 votes at this point, there still are at least 7,000 votes yet to come in. Actually, there's probably more than 7,000 votes left. And the good thing for Republicans is that's by and large, the votes that are left are far more Republican counties than Democratic counties. So the outstanding votes should be swinging that current 7,000 vote lead that Biden has back towards zero, and then back in Donald Trump's favor. How quickly that's going to happen, though, is a different story. Now, and if that will even happen, it's hard to say. But one can be hopeful. Now, if the Democrats do pull off a last-minute victory here, that does change the election landscape, because that puts far more emphasis on the Nevada election, which Nevada has decided to stop counting. They have pulled a Pennsylvania and decided they need to take a break for the night. As far as I know, Nevada and Pennsylvania are the only states to have done this in the entire union. So I think it's kind of lame. But at 67% reporting, Nevada's taking a break. And as we can see, the vote is very tight. There is about 8,000 votes that separate Trump and Joe Biden at this current point in time. Now, the interesting thing about Nevada is it's got the magic number of 6 electoral votes that could cancel out Wisconsin. And what I mean by that is if Trump were to pull off Nevada, Trump could take Nevada and Michigan and be at 270 and win the election without the need of Wisconsin and without the need to wait around for Pennsylvania to count all of its votes 3 to 4 to 5 days from now. And I think that's mainly what most Americans are upset about, is Pennsylvania deciding to do all of these bizarre voting changes to drag out the process. However, Nevada is historically a blue state. It's in all likelihoods, Joe will win it. And if he does, that means that Trump has to win Michigan, and then we have to go through the long drag out process of waiting for Trump to win Pennsylvania. So that's where we are in the election right now. So in most outcomes, Trump still wins. However, there is the outcome that Nevada gets won by Biden. There is the outcome that Wisconsin gets won by Biden. And then there's the outcome that Michigan, with something like 18% of the vote left and Trump up by over 8 points, somehow does a 180 like Wisconsin did. And Biden actually wins the election. Or Trump wins Michigan, and then it's down to Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania somehow gets won by Biden, and then Biden still wins the election. There's more avenues for Trump to win at this point in time. However, there's less avenues of Trump winning at this point in time than before the dramatic vote shift in Wisconsin that probably caught many people off guard, including myself. Anyway, I am going to try to be a reasonable person and accept the 169,000 absentee ballots that came in from Milwaukee as being legitimate. In which case, that's the end of this video. I just wanted to do a follow-up to explain my shock from my last video. And I don't begrudge anyone out there who is feeling a little bit taken aback by the miraculous vote shift in Wisconsin. If you're leaving comments that it's a scam or whatnot, I kind of feel that way with you. However, at this point in time, I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna do the usual conservative thing and allow myself to be walked over, because us conservatives are fairly easygoing, right? We don't burn people's buildings down. We don't kill people for having different ideas than us like the crazy left does, because there's still plenty of avenues for Trump to win. So I'm going to take it at my fellow statesman's word that Wisconsin is being counted correctly, and that 169,000 votes are legitimately stupid people from Milwaukee. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Slufferblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, peace.